long should you practice the violin? Keep watching to find out. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Megan. I'm a violinist who's been playing for over 20 years. I have both my bachelor's and master's degrees in violin performance, and I'm a Suzuki trained teacher. If you're enjoying my videos, please subscribe to my channel and check out all the different ways you can work with me in the description below. So how much should you be practicing the violin in order to see consistent progress? Well, like a lot of other things when it comes to playing an instrument, it depends. How much you need to be practicing depends on your ability level / experience, the amount of repertoire or the amount of pieces that you're playing, and your goals. Your experience / ability level impacts the amount of time you need to practice in a few ways. If you are, a beginner, you're not going to need to practice as much as someone who is advanced. Along the same lines, if you are more advanced, it might not take you as long to learn something as someone who is less experienced than you. So that really plays a factor in how much you need to practice. The second element that determines how much you need to practice is the amount of pieces that you're playing. If you're playing 5 pieces at a time, you're going to need to practice more than someone who's only playing 1. And the third thing that helps determine how much you should be practicing are your goals. There are seasons in life when you need to be practicing more, say when you are getting ready for a competition or a performance. And there are seasons in life when you can kind of take a back seat, say right after a competition or a performance. So these 3 things are very important to consider when determining how much you should be practicing. I also want to insert a little disclaimer here. These are just my suggestions. Everyone learns at their own pace. If you're a complete beginner, never played the violin before, just started on your violin journey, 15 to 20 minutes daily is plenty. At this stage, your brain is working in overdrive, trying to figure out all these little nuances that come to playing the violin. You will find yourself exhausted after just 15 or 20 minutes, trust me. If you're a beginner who's been playing anywhere from a few months to a year, I suggest 30 minutes to an hour daily. That should give you enough time to go through any technique exercises that you're working on, scales, and usually 1 to 2 pieces. If you're an intermediate player, someone who has been playing for a few years, I suggest 1 to 2 hours daily. At this stage, this is really the building stage of your violin playing. You're probably working on several different techniques and exercises, so you have more repertoire. Plus, it's gotten a lot harder. So I'm sure that you'll find those 1 to 2 hours will fly by quick. If you are an advanced player, someone who is in music school or wants to go to music school or is aspiring to be a professional violinist, the industry standard is 3 to 5 hours a day. Yes, it's a lot. That really is what it takes to become a competitive violinist in today's atmosphere. I'm often asked how much I practice nowadays, and what I think people really want to know when they ask me that question is how much do they need to practice to sound like me? First of all, you're never going to sound like me. We're different people, and that's a good thing. But at this point, I'm past my building stage. I already have developed all of the technique that I need at this point. So I don't practice as much as I did when I was building up those techniques. So all throughout high school and college, I was practicing 3 to 5 hours a day. If you're an advanced player who's not a professional, I would say anywhere between 1 to 3 hours. Again, just depending on the amount of repertoire that you're learning or working on at the time. When practicing in long stretches, it's important to take breaks to continuously monitor your body and make sure that you're not tensing up and making sure that your mind is still engaged. It's so easy to practice on autopilot, which honestly, you're not going to get anything done. Again, these are just guidelines. The frequency of your practice is more important than the quantity. So practicing consistently, putting in the work every single day, even if it's for a shorter amount of time, is going to get you the results that you're looking for. Another funny story, I remember when I was going off to college, my teacher warned me about cram practicing. He said that when he was in college, he wouldn't practice for the whole week and then try to do 6 hours a day. When he told me that, I thought that was crazy. I thought I would never do that, but I found myself doing the same thing. So if you find yourself in that same situation, don't do it. It's not worth risking an injury. So I hope that clears up any questions on how much you should be practicing violin. If you have any other thoughts, please leave them in the comments. I'm always happy to hear from you. Subscribe before you go, and thank you for watching.